Back-to-back Mario games. And who would have thought that after the first 21 reviews that I would do two in a row? Not me. Well, you clicked on the video, you know what game we're looking at. Super Mario Bros. 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. While the original Super Mario Bros. Had more of an impact on gaming as a whole, I don't think anyone would question that Super Mario 3 is the better game. Most debate between Super Mario 3 and Super Mario World as the best 2D Mario game, and I think this one edges out Super Mario World. After Doki Doki Panic, the American Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario 3 went back to a similar style to the first game in nearly every aspect to improve upon it, and boy was the improvement a great one. The immediate upgrade is the overworld, which really doesn't feel like a huge improvement, but it helps the player choose their own path. Also, it sometimes just feels like a needed break between levels. I think the bigger aspect of the overworld is that it feels more comprehensive, like you're physically progressing towards the castle instead of just playing level after level. It feels like a journey. It feels like an adventure. I think this was also where Nintendo realized they had to make their games a little bit easier for younger kids to play, because the overworld, including other aspects of the game, generates so many more extra items and extra lives. There's always free lives in the levels, and if you gain 100 coins you get a free life, and there's the cards at the end of the levels that give you 1 to 5 lives, and there's mini games between levels that can give you extra lives, and there's mini levels like the Hammer Brothers that can give you extra lives, the Mushroom Houses give you extra items. They really just threw in a whole bunch of stuff to help the player. And if you're running at P speed, which is the fastest you can run, at the end of each level and immediately jump into the card shuffle, you can easily get a star. So basically after 3 levels, you can get 5 free lives every single time. And you really can't talk about Super Mario 3 without mentioning the power-ups, because man, this really has all the classics. The mushroom, the fire flower, Raccoon Mario, the star, and even the more obscure suits like the frog suit, the Hammer Bros suit, and the Tanuki suit, which is basically just a fancy raccoon suit. And the specialized suits can make a difference sometimes, such as the frog suit can make those dreaded water stages a little bit easier. I'm not really sure where the other suits come into play, but they're still a nice addition. The only thing you could really say this game is missing is Yoshi. Each world has its own theme, such as the desert, water, plants, big things, and even hell, if you can get that far. While this game is just about as close as you can get to being perfect, it would be a little bit better if there was a save feature on the NES cartridge, because it's a really long game and it's hard to complete in one sitting. Although they did make an All-Stars version of it for the Super Nintendo that has a save feature, so that kind of negates that criticism. The All-Stars version also has graphical updates and starts with 5 lives after death instead of 4, so I definitely prefer that version. There's also other versions on other consoles, like the Wii, which is where half this gameplay came from, and the other half came from the NES. Speaking of gameplay, I haven't really talked about the gameplay that much, and, well, I don't really feel like I have to say much about it. It's Mario platforming gameplay at its best. The movement is really fluid, Mario always goes where you want him to. If you die, it truly feels like it's your fault for not being good enough. There won't be frustration because of the controls, because they're just so fluid and natural. Having the option for a second player to play with you cooperatively through the story mode is another great feature. Not many games back in the day had co-op, let alone a co-op story mode. The first Mario game had a 2-player mode, but each player played their own game. And the second game just didn't have any 2-player mode at all, so this is certainly an upgrade over the first two. But there are still some annoying aspects to this game, like the sun level. I don't really like playing that one, and the flying ships can travel all over the place, even behind levels that you haven't already beat. And most, if not all, of the final world is just really hard and annoying. The 8th and final world has flying ships, has tanks, hands that can grab you and pull you under to play mini levels. It can just be a real pain to play. But I don't really think any of these aspects hurt the game. This is more just personal preference. The character designs are great. The sound design and music are top notch because I can instantly recognize a Mario 3 song if I randomly hear it. And overall, the game revolutionized not only how future Mario games were made, but it changed how other platformers were created as well, as evidenced by however many Mario 3 clones were made at the time. Well, this is the easiest placement I've done in a while. Super Mario 3 takes the top spot, and I'm not really sure if it's ever really going to give it up anytime soon. It's just that good of a game. Review 23 for Mario 3. See what I tried to do there? Well, I tried. Thanks for watching. Look for the next one soon.